Good morning, welcome back to my channel. I've had such good luck with these that I thought, why not explore another one? This is the Gurka Grand Age. 2 cigar bands on here. Like usual, I did notice a little bit of damage on the foot end here. It's here somewhere, there we go. So we'll see how that acts when we light it up. It has a great smell. It smells like caramel. Like actual caramel. And you could smell it from 3 feet away when I took it out of the cellophane. It just has a really good smell. This is a Churchill 7.5, and it's either a 52 or a 54 gauge. I can't tell, and I was having trouble finding any information about this stick. I think it might be discontinued. I'm not really sure. Let's get a cut on it. Straight cut on the end like usual. Get it fired up. Don't waste anybody's time here today. Nope, cold draw would be good. Okay, so cold draw, getting more chocolate and some nuts and tobacco. But it's very sweet and smooth. You know, I smoked 2 other ones of these, the Beauty and the 1887, and I just have a bad feeling for the price I got all these Gurkas that they're all discontinued. So I'm sure I'll love this Grand Age, and it's probably not available anymore. Whenever you type in Grand Age into Google, you get Grand Reserva or Grand Reserve instead of Grand Age for the Gurka. So I think this might be one of the last sticks around, as far as I know. Oh, it's so smooth. The leaf, the wrapper is so smooth. Right away, I'm having some draw issue. I think it's because the head or the foot here is like exploding because of that crack. You can see I lit it the best I could. I didn't singe it or nothing, but we'll see when we get past that first inch if it improves the draw. It smells chocolatey, and I mean, it's delicious. Like, it's a delicious stick. Just how it smelled, I figured I'm gonna go with some coffee. I'm getting ready to go to work. So I just have some regular breakfast blend coffee there with some heavy cream, no sugar. Yeah, having some trouble. It's going up in there. So we'll just keep an eye on this. Yeah. Cut end. Yeah, the other 2 Gurkas I smoked, they were both Churchills. You know, I thought they were great. I know this brand gets some shade, but I'm not having any problems with it. I mean, other than this little issue here, these are great. I'll continue to explore these Gurka, these Gurka brand. Whenever I see them, I'm going to pick them up, try some different ones. Yeah, little issue here. Okay. Flavors are so interesting in this thing. There's like a sweet caramel chocolate, and then like a toasty nuttiness in there. It's pretty awesome. Supposedly this thing's made from vintage tobaccos. It's a Honduran stick. I believe it originated in 1996. So being that it's 28 years, if that's really when it came out later, it's 2024 right now. Maybe that's why they discontinued it. Maybe they're sick of making it after almost 30 years. I don't know. It's about $11 MSRP. Holding that coffee cup weird. That was weird how I was holding that. Just squeezing the stick a little bit. I just got done saying how great these are, and now this one seems to be a little tight. So, exploration. So as it goes, right? There's that scary guy with the knife. I'm sure that knife has a specific name. Yeah, on the retro, you just get sweet pepper. There's nothing really to report there. It's kind of just sort of like a look into the future. I'm sure this cigar is going to get peppery towards the end. Yeah, so having some draw issues. Man, I just didn't see that one coming with this. And, you know, we got some uneven issues on the foot here on the light end with that little crack we had, so. All right, let's get this thing cleaned up a bit. Get it straightened up a bit. What are you guys up to this morning? What's everybody drinking? What's everybody smoking? We doing anything fun? Or are we going to work like me? I just had a little bit of time to kill. Figured I'd come out back. It's not too cold, not too windy. Just have a stick here. Just touching this up a little bit. A lot of it. All right. Seems to be better. Yeah, that is the toughest part of cigars is the draw. Will it draw? The other two were great. This one's giving me a little bit of an issue, so. Wouldn't be Cigar Exploration USA if it didn't. Goes great with this coffee, though. Yeah, there's so many of those Gurkas. When you look for it online, it's like you either can't find it, or when you do, it's like, okay, nope, we don't have that one anymore. That one's gone. And it's like, I don't know if that's because they're just that popular that they sell out, or they give people problems and they discontinue them and sort of go, yeah, don't look over here. Look at this new thing over here. Don't look at that old thing. Remember that old thing gave you problems. You don't want to look at that. Look at this new one. We got a new one for you. Thunder? In December? I guess it's possible. I don't know what that was. That or something just dropped. That was really heavy. One or the other. Yeah, this thing is really interesting. It's got a really interesting flavor profile, but then it's also physically really interesting. You know, it was tight up in here. I loosened it up a bit. But then it's burning like very, and I know I'm smoking it fast. Don't give me too much shit in the comments about it. I know I'm going quick, but it's just burning kind of strangely. It's hard to explain. It's kind of having like a stiff burn. You know, sometimes I'll show you the ash and it's got this nice, this one's just kind of, it's hard to explain. It's just not burning like that super premium quality that I talk about. So, tastes good. It's got great flavor. The retro on this thing is great. It's just chocolate and like almonds, some kind of nut. It's fantastic. Give me a comment. Let me know what your experience is with Gurka. I mean, this is only the third one I've ever smoked. The first two were great. This one has great flavor, but just physically isn't exactly standing up to my sort of expectations for $11 cigars. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's because I keep buying Churchills, because that seems to be my favorite size. Maybe if this was a Robusto, it wouldn't be giving me all these problems. I don't know. All right, it's calming down a little bit now. Don't go anywhere. Stay there. You gotta at least let me smoke it to the cigar band. And I'm going quick, so there's no excuse to leave. What's your favorite drink in the morning? Like, what do you like to drink? You a coffee person? Soda? You just drink water? I don't know how people drink water all the time. I like coffee and whiskey mostly, but I drink water though too. When I used to drink a lot of beer, people would say like, you don't ever drink water, or you just drink beer or whatever. And I was told them beer's made out of water. There's lots of water in beer. There's water in coffee. There's water in even whiskey, unless it's gas drink. It still has water in it. Man, coffee's good too. All right, so calming down a little. That's what we got left. Still a lot here. Someone left me a comment and they said that if you retro too much, that it'll like mess up your palate, and then you don't really get, you know, some nuances or things out of the cigar that you would get. I never heard that before. It's interesting to think about that. I guess it could technically burn your nasal cavity. It could mess things up in there. I don't know. was only one time smoking cigars that I think I might have been smoking too much, and then my palate was getting a little weird. But I just took a break, like just stopped for a day and then went back, and it's been fine. And it could have been something else too. I'm just, cigars are going to be blamed for everything because they're they're the enemy, So I'm not even sure if it was the cigars. I had been on a pretty big kick though. I had smoked like 3 cigars and then 4 cigars and then 2, each day leading up to it. So it was probably the cigar. Yeah, my local cigar lounge guy, he retros like every drag, and every time he draws on the cigar, I see it coming out of his nose. He's retroing like crazy. I think he just really likes that, but I wonder if there's something to it. I wonder if he's losing some of the sense of the stick by doing that. Pretty sure this was listed as like a medium-bodied cigar, but to me this is pretty light. This is definitely on the lighter, sweeter side for sure. If you can find this, if you even want to find it after all the problems I was having, but it's going great now. Things have improved quite a bit. It's looking kind of normal. Yeah, it's just an interesting way to work the cigars with this kind of add-on cigar band here. Because this is just like a generic sort of Gurka band, and then they just put the Grand Age on it there with it to sort of identify it. It's fine. It's nitpicking, It's nitpicking. This company must put out enough different stuff that they can't or don't want to invent a new cigar band for each one. So this is an easy way to do it. Just have 10 million of these, 10 billion, whatever, however many cigar bands people order at once for their company, and then you get 1 million of these or whatever, 10 million of these, whatever it is, and just do it like that. Yeah, I can't describe it any other way. It's very sweet and like caramel, but not sweet caramel. Like the essence of caramel. Not butterscotch, but caramel. Like that kind of burnt sugary kind of flavor. It's really hard to describe, and it's the flavor on this thing is just great. I mean, it's awesome. Knock, knock. Proprietor, inventor, whatever of this brand, he manages to put his name on there though. Twice. In case you don't see it on one side, it's on both. Really not excited to go to work today. I work outside and it's raining right now, so it's kind of like we're not in a delay, but we're kind of delayed because of the weather. And I just see rain all day, so I don't see how we're gonna get done what we need to, but we'll just wait and see. Maybe it'll let up a little bit. I don't always work outside, but I've been working outside a lot lately. I always think about outside workers, like not even outside, like mailmen and women, and trash collectors. Like there's days where it's like 65 and just sunny and beautiful, and you're hanging off the back of that truck or you're driving around in your delivery, whatever, and those days must be, well, they're fantastic. And then you have days like today. It's not freezing, it's not cold, but it's raining. Or the days where it's really cold and windy. So it's like good and bad. It's interesting. It's interesting to think about, like, the weather really does affect our life that much. If you skipped ahead, this is the Gurka Grand Age Churchill, 7.5 by either 52 or 54. I don't know. I couldn't find an exact number on it. I just had it labeled as Churchill when I bought it. So I don't know exactly what the gauge is on it. Definitely 7.5 long, but the gauge I don't know. Pretty sure this is a Honduran stick. About $11 MSRP. Supposedly this brand doesn't hold back on buying expensive tobaccos. Buying vintage tobaccos, they're called. I mean, that tells me that Gurka doesn't have a farm. They don't grow their own stuff, or do they grow stuff and buy stuff to make their sticks? I don't know. Getting a little pepper, kind of a little sweet pepper. The stick is just sweet. Not like a flavored cigar, but I'm getting caramel and chocolate in this thing, and nuts. It's like if you had a caramel, chocolate, nutty candy bar and like lick the paper, not the actual chocolate. You get like that sort of very mild flavor of it. That's the best I can do for you. That's what this tastes like. And I'm not even sure if you can find it. This may be like one of the last times you see somebody smoke one of these, the Grand Age, because Grand Reserva or Grand Reserve, forget which one it is. That's what you get when you Google Grand Age. You don't get Grand Age, you get Grand Reserve, and those are real expensive and really available. They have cognac in them, and so there's a Gurka Grand Reserve too. But I'm really now settling in and starting to really enjoy this thing now that it's about halfway gone. Yeah, that's good. Tasty. Yep. It's typical, at least for me, the pepper coming into this thing. It's like the last half or the last third, the pepper comes in all the time. I've made a video in a while where I'm drinking coffee, smoking a cigar. I've been into whiskey a lot, so I figured something different. It's nice and early in the morning. I still think I'm holding that cup strange. Is that a weird? Am I holding it weird? Yeah, right? It should be like this. It should be like that. Yeah. I think I'm holding it so strange, or at least it feels like I'm holding it strange. Yeah, I don't know about that whole retro thing. I don't know if it messes you up if you retro too much, but sometimes it's really nice. Sometimes I don't really care for it, but this one's nice. I think just how mild this cigar is what makes the retro so nice. For me, the more mild the cigar, the nicer the retro. All right, you're moving around, so we'll take you off. All right, came off nice and clean. Big crack underneath of it, though. Big crack. Right under the cigar band, big crack. Here's this one. Scary guy. Somebody left me a comment telling me that, I forget, those guys gave somebody a really hard time. I forget who it was, if it was the Russians or something. I don't remember, but the Gurka must be... Gurka sounds Indian to me, like I said before, but maybe there's some sort of Indian special forces and they just... I don't know. There's the second one, so it was like this. Yeah, I don't know who those guys are, but they look pretty scary. Usually when a gun is not your first choice of weapon, when like a knife or a sword usually, like if a sword is your weapon choice, or like, other sort of ninja weapons, that's how you know you're probably a badass person who can really fight. Because most people will go for the gun, you know. Even here in America, we're known as probably being one of the toughest countries. I mean, all we do is fight. We've been fighting for almost our whole entire existence as a country. We fought to become a country and then just kept fighting everybody. Whatever. But anyway, here we're known, when I picture the toughest soldier, even back to, our Revolutionary War, where we became a country, I picture a gun in their hand. A gun, back then, a gun with a bayonet on it, which is pretty hardcore. And now I just picture like a special ops, special forces person, like a SEAL, a Navy SEAL. But they have like an AR-15 and it has like, a night vision and, a laser. But it's still a gun. I don't picture any special forces people that I can even think of in America that have anything but a gun. So if you got a knife, if that's your weapon of choice, is that shape of a knife, you're probably a pretty badass dude. That'd be my guess. I'm sort of just holding that crack together with my fingers, hoping it doesn't open up. If it opens up, this thing's toast. Yeah, not the best construction on this one today. A little tight, had to kind of crack it, and you know, that crack could be from me. It was under the band, but it could be from me. Could be from me. I was biting it. If you look back at the beginning of the video, I mean, I was chomping on this thing. So that could have been from me, but either way, it's gotta draw. If it doesn't draw, it goes into the cigar pile back there. It's performing great now. I just can't believe the sweetness in this thing. It's pretty shocking. When I took it out of the cellophane, and from 3 feet away you could smell it. You could smell the cigar, the sweetness. Ooh. The leaf is really starting to come off of that thing. Here, I'll hold the cup like this, then it won't be weird. As he holds it, not holding the handle, and says it's not weird. Here, like this. I don't know. It's a weird handle on here. I think this is how you're really supposed to hold it. But then there's nowhere to put this finger. My hand won't fit in there. 3 fingers fit in. I think it's better like that. It looks weirder and weirder no matter how much I do it. It looks weirder. My nose is running. Just can't win. I think I'm a little hungover. Hangovers are interesting too. As I get older, I think about a hangover. A hangover is just basically like I'm still drunk. Like a hangover is like you're still drunk and you get to go to work. Drunk. It's like I'm not drunk, but if you're hungover, aren't you technically kind of drunk still? I don't know. About 30 minutes in on this. This thing's basically falling apart. This is not one of my better videos. I can already tell that from all the chaos here. But it's called exploration, you know, not perfection, not whatever other word you want to use there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's my fault. That this thing's just coming apart. It's just like extra leaf, luckily, that was coming off. It still has a complete wrapper on it. Just an extra piece. Very interesting. First time I've seen that, where there was just an extra leaf on there. Here's another one. Okay, so that now it is exposed slightly. The inside paper, a little bit right there. Don't show me, show the cigar. There we go. Whoa. All right, we're keeping it together. We're holding it together here. Smoke's burning my eye. Like I said, I don't know if this is one of my best videos, but hey, at least you know about the Grand Age now, if you never saw it before or heard of it. I doubt anybody's going to be out there looking for these, but you never know. I'm sure they're around. I'm sure they're in somebody's humidor. Just, I don't know that you can buy them anymore. So what is it? The leaf provides 60% of the flavor of a cigar? Is that what's sort of understood in the industry? It's supposed to be like 60%. I don't want to lose that 60%. Keep this leaf on here. Just wants to unravel. Still tastes good. Pepper's getting stronger now, like I always talk about in the last third. All right, guys, a little bit of a shorter video. I gotta get off to work, and this thing's basically falling apart. I'm gonna smoke a little more of it, but I'm not gonna smoke all this. It's just starting to get to the point where it's falling apart. You can find this, I'd say if you can find it for less than 11 bucks, maybe pick one up, give it a try, leave me a comment. Hope you enjoyed the video. It was a little messy, but still hope you enjoyed it. And, you know, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. And I'll see you in the next video.